All right. So I wanted to talk about something that happened to me a little while ago. It started out thinking that it was just a um, torn uh, bicep, basically a slap tear. We thought it was a slap tear. Ended up being a broken AC joint right in here. That's where the clavicle connects into the shoulder joint. But there's also some, I think, either some or full separation between the clavicle bone and the another bone in the joint. So the I don't remember what it's called, but it's a some form of tendon, obviously, um, totally tore away from the bone. It seems like, and there might be more damage behind the shoulder blade itself and up and through here. It's unbelievable what can happen when you're, not careful at a high level. If you're not careful at a high level, bad things can happen, and that's what matters. Is at higher levels, you need to be able to keep yourself safe while enjoying your training, which is not an easy balance to do, because when should you stop? When should you just start? When is the soreness too much? When's the soreness not enough? What I did for a while, was really good, really working. I was getting a lot stronger. My grips were getting really impressive, and they were getting so impressive that they were stronger than my joints. So my grips were stronger than joints, which means that the joint would fail before I let go. So that was my own stupidity. What was I going after? Was I going after a bad guy? Was I in war? Was I holding on to dear life for something? No, just a 300-pound heavy bag hanging from the ceiling. That's it. And I went ahead and pulled my shoulder, I guess, out of its socket, sandwiching, bringing this arm across so it'd be all the way like this, right here, except for the other arm, right? So, right through there, sandwiched with the grip over here, all the way across, sandwiched, broke it in here, and possibly also hurt stuff back in here. Because I've felt knots underneath my shoulder blade, and I can't get to them to massage them out. So I think it's something more than just knots, which is a drag. Because I was really hoping that I didn't have to reorient my whole entire way of life. I was thinking that, or hoping that, it was an injury, recover, go back to life, because I fell in love with what I was doing. I was doing movement with, a hanging weight, so the hanging weight can be anywhere from 50 pounds to 300 pounds or more if you want, but make sure that that weight is up there. Make sure it is sturdy, it is not going to fall on you, and make sure that nothing that is bracing it will fall on you, because that will hurt you or kill you if it's a heavy enough bag. And also, if you don't do things properly at elite levels, then you can hurt yourself very easily. Just like if a new fighter fights the champion, what's going to happen? A newbie versus somebody who's been doing it for a while, somebody with no experience versus a lot of experience, that kind of thing. Almost never happens where they get lucky with a punch. Almost never. So you need to be relatively comparable skill knowing what you are getting into. And I think that might be easier with coaches that have gone through things, and maybe through injuries that they've helped themselves recover out of, and to prevent injuries from others, and to help others grow stronger through not getting those injuries and being able to recover quicker from I don't know, workouts or something like that, and avoiding injuries. So you always want to avoid injuries. Sorry about that. So that's what's going on with me, is that I might be out for quite a bit longer. I didn't know that this is going to happen from March, and it's all the way in June now, and now they've given me an extension to July, but I just got an injection in my shoulder a couple days ago, big cortisone shot, and it didn't really seem to help yet. It hasn't seemed to really take, so I haven't used it. And if I've been moving around, I've put my brace kind of thing on that reminds me that it's there, and not to lift anything with it by putting a pillow underneath my elbow, so it rests on it. But it looks like there might be full separation, and surgery might be required to fully fix the damage that is through it. But my, what's it called, might not give me enough money to survive the disability. Might not give me enough money to, be able to do what I want. So maybe transitioning into this might be a good idea. Trying to reorient my life somehow, but I don't think I can go from physical to mental. I think I need to go from physical to physical mental, because I don't think my mental is fully on par with my physical. I think my physical ability was higher than my mental ability, and sure, I have the ability to break things down now, but I don't translate my thoughts as well as I possibly could, and I also don't manage time as well as I possibly could, along with I go on tangents quite a bit too, so you'll have to bear with me through that if you feel like it. I don't really, know what to do. I got options, I guess, like, deal with an injury, go back to work, maybe have surgery in a couple years if you can handle that. Probably not, since the injection didn't really take that I can feel. I feel more pain in the back of my shoulder and still around the joint. Pardon me. Sorry for the cough. But seems like there's that plan of going back to work with the injury and then getting surgery at some point when they allow me to have enough time off again, or go ahead and take long-term disability, get the surgery, and then apply somewhere else, taking the disability in the meantime and recovering, which is probably the smartest idea. Since I have it, might as well use it. The doctor's there. It's a real legitimate injury. It's not something that you meant to fucking do, because you're doing something that you loved to fucking do. And want people to be able to train the way you were training and open up their bodies the way that I was able to open up my body without injuring themselves. So maybe a 200-300 pound bag's not way to go. I don't know. Maybe a bag that's your own weight only. I don't know. But if any of you, but you also don't want like the, I don't really know. We might need to do trial and error together. Maybe we'll do trial and error together, depending on what I'm able to do and what I'm not able to do and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see.